Welcome back. I hope you guys are learning some valuable skills, enhancing your skills, and the content is valuable. In this lesson, I'm going to talk about storytelling in sales and how that works and what exactly is storytelling in sales. So storytelling in sales has been around since the beginning of time, basically. But in sales, it's one of the newer soft skills. Now that we have always been telling stories and sharing things, but it's only recently that the storytelling has really been touted as a key sales skill and not just a marketing skill. Why? Well, think about this. The purpose of a sales conversation is to gather information so you can solve a problem for your customers. While sharing information is important in sales, it's far more effective and it's done in a narrative rather than just facts. People relate to stories. More importantly, they remember stories. The London School of Business, for example, they did a study that people retain 65 to 70% of information shared through stories, but only 5 to 10% of the information shared in presentations. They rely on statistics and data. So if you want to be effective as a salesperson and you want to be remembered, you need to learn to sell with a story. Telling a story is not as hard as you think, and more often than not, you already have several stories to tell that you can use. So what are the keys of telling a great story? First, make sure the story is true. All right, it doesn't have to be 100% true, but it works. The more truer, the better it is. Stories need to be told from the heart, not the head. So when a story is true, you don't have to try to memorize it. It just sticks to you, and it's natural. 2, make it relevant. Don't just tell a story to tell a story. Make sure it's relevant to that customer, that fits the situation. Your customer needs to be able to relate to that story and draw the connection to their own situations without you having to spell it out. 3rd, engage with the customer. A great story engages the customer, gets them involved, using phrases like, "You remember when?" or "I'm sure you know someone like this." Getting customers engaged makes them feel a part of the conversation and the story. Give it detail. Details make the story real. Rather than someone driving a car, they're driving a 1967 Ford station wagon is a story. Rather than someone smiling, they turn on the corners of the mouth, show their smile. You get the picture, right? And so will your customer, the more detail you provide. Make the connection. So end your story with directly relating the point of the story to them. So a good storytelling is really powerful, and that's really the power of storytelling. It draws a picture for your customer and helps them understand and remember what you're selling, how it benefits them and their businesses. So it's a very powerful technique using stories within your sales and not just trying to come across as a hard salesperson. So I hope this helps. If you have any questions, post in the discussion area. With this, let's move to the next lesson.